Hello and welcome back to the David 67 Celtic News YouTube channel. This video going to be a wee update on the recent Celtic Girls, Celtic women's side transfer activity, and as the title of the video states, 5 in and 2 out. So Elena Sadiku has made 5 new signings to the Celtic Girls, Celtic women's squad over the last couple of weeks, and 2 Celtic players whose contracts were in fact ended have left the club. Before we crack on with the video, please do, if you're new to the channel and like the channel's coverage, particularly of women's football in this particular case, please do click that subscribe button. Also, do feel free to click the like button if you like the video, like the coverage of Celtic women's side, and feel free to pop your comments into the comment section regarding the signings, the 2 departures, and any other Celtic women's side, Celtic girls related issues. And for those who are more used to the channel, there's also newly available the chance to join the channel for 99p a month, and there are a number of wee perks that go along with all the usual David 67 Celtic YouTube channel coverage of all the issues of the men's team and the women's team, and none of that changes, just there are a few additional perks if you decide to join the channel. So Celtic have been very busy in the transfer market and signing market over the last couple of weeks, and have made 5 signings. The first signing was a 24-year-old Scottish player from Hibs called Shannon McGregor. She is a lifelong Celtic fan. She has spent a couple of seasons previously at Aberdeen, then at Hibs, where she had Champions League experience, which could come in very useful later in the season. And she has 12 Scotland under-19 caps. Slight drawback with Shannon McGregor is she did have quite considerable knee injury, but she now appears to have made a very full recovery from that. McGregor is a central midfielder, and from her ratings for the 23-24 season with Hibs, her average rating was 7 out of 10, which is a good rating for a player in her position, playing for that level of club. And also the stats and analysis shows that she is a player who is in essence a box-to-box midfielder, able to get back out and help out defence, linking up with wide players and also getting forward to support the forward players, and so she should fit in very well into Celtic's style, assuming that Sadiku keeps to a similar setup as proved so successful in the second half of the 23-24 season, where we won the Scottish Women's Premier League and got to the semi-final of the League Cup and the semi-final of the Scottish Women's FA Cup. Now, did see Shannon McGregor playing 3 times for Hibs last season on TV, and she does look a very good, promising player. She wasn't actually playing in the final game of the season where Celtic secured the title. She was an unused sub, but I do think she is a very good signing for Elena Sadiku's side for next season. Second signing was a young 19-year-old under-19 Welsh international called Amy Richardson. She has joined Celtic from Everton Academy, where of course Elena Sadiku was the head coach before she came to Celtic. So Amy Richardson now in the under-19 Welsh squad, plays as a left back, primarily said to have a lot of pace, very good defensive instincts and able to get forward. She was part of Everton's academy under Elena Sadiku, and then she spent a season on loan at a women's National League Northern Premier Division club called Liverpool Feds, and had a very successful season playing for them. That league is in essence 2 levels below the English Women's Super League. Has been given a 3-year contract, and so it does look like she's more of a developmental player, a player for Elena Sadiku to coach up to a higher and higher level. And so I would expect over the first season or so, she's more going to be a backup on the left-hand side to players such as Lucy Ashworth Clifford and one of my favourite young Celtic players, Maria McInerney. Third player to be signed was accompanied by the fourth player to be signed. Those are twin sisters from Denmark, Signe Carstens and Mathilde Carstens, both 22 years old, obviously, as twins. They're joining Celtic from Fortuna Holding in Denmark. Both of them have Champions League experience. They're joining Celtic on a 2-year contract, and they have recently been called up into the Danish women's under-23 squad. And both of them also have previous Champions League experience with their Danish club, where they've spent their whole career. And as some of you may be aware, Elena Sadiku was previously a coach at that club as well, and that was also Kelsey Docherty's previous club before she joined Celtic. And so there are quite a number of links between the Carsten twin sisters and Celtic and Elena Sadiku. Looking at their 23-24 ratings, Mathilde Carstens had a season rating of 7.0. Mathilde Carstens is much more of an attacking midfielder, getting forward to support the strikers, said to be very skilled with the ball at her feet, very good dribbling skills, passing and speed. Is primarily an attacking option, linking midfield and our main strikers. Her sister Signe, her season rating was 6.98 in the Danish league, and she's more of a roving central midfield player, again able to cover the whole pitch, box to box, much like Shannon McGregor. And she too is renowned for her positioning skills and her passing and her hard work and composure. And so I think Celtic do again have their 2 very young but experienced players, experience in Danish representative matches, and also, as I said, representing in the Champions League a couple of seasons ago, including games against Barcelona women. So quite exciting signings for Celtic there. And the fifth and final signing is a young Portuguese player, Bruna Lourenco. She's a central defender coming from Sporting Lisbon in Portugal, where she spent 7 years of her career. 25 years old, so a wee bit more experienced than the Carsten sisters and Amy Richardson. Again, said to be a very sound defender. Is only 5'6", so just that wee bit smaller than would be ideal for a central defender. But she's well renowned for being able to get forward and has very good attacking skills as well as good defensive skills. And I can see her fitting in well with our standard back 3 of Caitlin Hayes, Kelly Clark and Chloe Craig, and so kind of acting as backup alongside Sydney Cummings, with 5 good, strong central defenders, so there can be a little bit of rotation and keeping the players rested, which could be very important with the long 24-25 campaign, which also hopefully should include several successful Champions League matches later on in the autumn. So those are the 5 players coming into Celtic. Sadly, there are 2 players leaving Celtic. Their contracts had ended, and the indications also were that because they were both Chinese and there were some difficulties with work permits and visas to extend their contracts at Celtic. 2 players, of course, were Shen Menglua and Shen Mengyu. Shen Mengyu, one of my favourite players, very elegant but strong midfielder, good attacking skills, good passing skills, got better and better in terms of her ability to battle in midfield. And in the second half of the 23-24 season, as we won the league, she was one of Celtic's key players, battling in midfield and getting forward to support the strikers. Shen Mengyu had 67 Celtic appearances since she joined us in 21-22 season and scored 10 goals for us. Her Chinese compatriot was Shen Menglua, affectionately known as Lu. She joined Celtic in July 2022, so she had 2 seasons at Celtic. She played primarily left wing, wide of the left side of midfield, and she also played left wing back. She was more of a force at the start of the season under Fran Alonso, and kind of in 2024 lost her place as a starter in the team due to the return to full fitness of Lucy Ashworth Clifford. And I think Elena Sadiku felt that Ashworth Clifford gave a wee bit more of a bite in midfield, a bit more creativity and ability to pass and cross into the box. I think also Lucy offers a bit better in defence. Shen Menglua had a good turn of pace, very good with the ball at her feet. Her final cross and final shot weren't always the best, and I think for that reason she lost out to Lucy Ashworth Clifford. Shen Menglu's record for Celtic was 41 games with 7 goals, and for me, she always will be remembered for that wonderful left-footed in-swinging cross from the right wing to the feet of Amy Gallagher, who then weaved her way through the Hibs defence to score the goal that won us the title a few weeks ago in the beautiful sunshine of Glasgow, a game I massively enjoyed watching live, and then the aftermatch celebrations as we raised the SWPL trophy for the first time in our history. So sad to see the 2 Shens go. They gave Celtic very good service. Celtic were groundbreaking in signing Chinese players to the Scottish League, and I do hope that both the Shens have great success wherever they go after leaving Celtic. At this time, unclear whether Elena Sadiku has any more signings in the pipeline. One player who was rumoured to be linked to be coming back to Celtic was Tash Flint. However, she has chosen to leave her English Super League club Liverpool, and she's off now to play in Major League Soccer in Women's League in America. So she will not be joining Celtic for the 24-25 season. I do think Celtic probably do need to get a further attacking option, kind of in the Tash Flint role, as our main attacking options, Amy Gallagher, Kit Lefersky, and Murphy Agnew, are all a wee bit on The small side all got very good pace, very good finishers, very good at linking the play. But I do think we probably do need a centre forward style player to be a target and link the attack and be a way of clearing the ball and restarting the attack, which did prove very successful in the second half of last season when Tash Flint joined us on loan for the second time. So that just about finishes up this wee update for the Celtic women's side. I'll try and do a wee update of the Celtic women's side every few weeks over the summer break, and then go back to one or two videos of the Celtic girls per week once the season starts in a couple of months' time. So that finishes things for today. Please do consider clicking the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, like button if you've liked the video and would like to see YouTube covering the Celtic women's side more. Do feel free to pop your comments regarding the Celtic women's side and these signings and departures into the comment section for a nice wee debate with fellow minded Celtic girls team fans. And finally, goodbye and hail, hail.